The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We hope everyone had a great weekend out there, and of course, let's make it a great week. Market-wise out here, we got the Dow down 17, Nasdaq up 3, S&P's up 2, we got gold up 670, silver's up 30 cents, bonds are up 16 ticks, and Apple's up $11.49. You get the King Dollar's up 37 ticks. As one of our tigers just said in the den, this is pretty cool. Dipsters have been reading the stock market almanac. This is supposed to be the most bullish week of the year. Okay? Kip just put that in there.
Okay.
So check this out, folks. Okay? You know, if we go around the world, which you have Asia last night was basically flat. We go over to the FTSE just for a second. We take a look at the FTSE. What you have inside the FTSE, she can't get any traction. So the FTSE, even when I'm looking at it on a daily basis, that little baby has set up an ABC structure on the way down.
Yes.
So our own structure is going to get.
And it may be setting up just another B to a C.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think that's what it's doing.
You know,
Same
so
with two ABC patterns.
Our S&P today is a big number, particularly because it was down slightly. It's trying to get the goose, but what you have, if you happen to watch Tiger TV, what you have here is that we had the initial spike down on Friday afternoon.
Yes.
Okay? The last sell in the marketplace, even though it didn't look like a sell, no, it looked like it was definitely a sell, but what you had, it was a good spike. So now it's going to try to take out the highs of the open of the close of the 29th.
Okay.
And that number, we'll see whether it can stick. It just popped over the number. We'll see whether it can stick on the deal. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Because, of course, what you do have is that the first couple of days, we still got window dressing happening. You get IRA money coming in, juicing the whole bottom.
So you got a short week. I know David talks about it. I haven't had a chance to really do the study. But when you have a short week,
okay,
that there's a better chance of a trend change after a shortened holiday week.
Yeah,
I don't know what the statistics are actually on it.
I
haven't really taken a look at it, but when he's in today, I'll ask him.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. If we go over to the gold market here, and this is no doubt going to get interesting, is what you had in the gold market, folks, is that the XAU, the HUI, they're at the bottom of their ranges. The HUI had taken out the range. Now it had taken it out on lighter volume.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Can they get a sign of strength in them?
Right.
The gold stocks have not got any sign of strength whatsoever. The real key is going to be, is there going to be a sign of strength out here today? If there is, that's going to be great news, because what you'll have is that the HUI will get back inside the range.
Okay.
The XAU never went out of the range.
Yes.
What the XAU did last week is that it tested the low, did it with lighter volume, did what it's supposed to do.
So what would that be telling you then? That maybe the gold equities are done?
That would say that, but I want a sign of strength first.
Okay.
And the reason being is that...
And you'd want a sign of strength in each of the gold equities?
Enough of them.
Okay.
Yeah, enough of them. You know what I mean? Across the board.
Yeah.
And you buy the next retracement. The reason is that this retracement is as big as... in 10 years, there's been two of them this large.
Okay.
Right? Because
you've got some that are already down into the March 09 area.
That's right.
Or even lower.
That's right. And when that happens, though, you get one more downdraft.
Okay.
On the two largest corrections...
Just to shake them out?
Oh, yeah. And the two largest corrections we've had, it looked like it was going to go, looked like it was going, both of them, bang. They hit them again.
Okay.
So... And it has to do, to me, it has to do with that HUI being out of the range.
Okay.
It's always dangerous when it's out of the range. When it's out of the range, it's like, oh man, it's like,
because where's it headed to?
And that range we're talking about, folks. If I pull up the HUI right now, you're at 477. Now you could, I can say that. Okay, listen, is that close? Yeah, it is. 487 is the real number, though. You know what I mean?
Where you want to see it get, see it get back inside.
Get back in. The beginning of it, though, is right where it's at right now. It's 477.
Okay.
477 would be. I'd be taking a liberal interpretation of it versus a conservative. So if you're putting your money up, it should be a conservative interpretation of it, which is...
Well, plus because when you start taking a look at the top of the range, you're in the 500... actually, where would you go? Would you go all the way back to 2000?
Well,
so just in the 550.
No. The good news is that if that's the case,
then you go all the way back up.
You go all the way back to top.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's the case,
So that would be a real reason to go ahead and make sure you took the conservative side on the downside.
That's right.
Let it test itself because you're looking at a lot of upside potential.
Plenty. Huge. Yeah.
And you don't need to be the first in. You can this one here. You can be the guy that's on the bus on the way back.
Well, you can make the market prove a lot more.
That's right.
Because what I see still is that there's still the amount of folks that are going in there really weren't in there before.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing more than anything. So it's like everyone's yeah, seriously, man. You know what I mean? So it's like show me, baby, show me the money, show me the strength. I love it. Let's go over to Apple. You talk about Apple. This
guy wants to hit your 630. It heard you. It said loud and clear. Said 630.
Yeah.
And now I think it wants to get to Tom's 630.
Yeah.
Only got to 620.
620. That was the ABC. Yeah. Well, it's going to get
out of it.
Now. What Apple's going to need right here, which is pretty cool, is Apple's going to need another get-go because all of this is just done.
Okay, as far as because the juice that's inside.
Yeah. All this is just done. So on a 10-minute chart on, let's see, I'll put it on 8 days. All that's just done right now is got back to ice.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that would be set up.
Okay.
And it's going to be coming into 1.5 million on the 10-minute. Last 10 minutes is 1.4. So, it's got a little insider right now.
Yeah. 630, baby.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I mean, that's game. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about that. One of the targets wants us to take a look at the Russell 2000, the IWM. IWM bottom line, as long as on the weekly basis, the IWM is the only one on a weekly basis that closed under the 83.22. And that was a failure in a bigger way. What I mean specifically is that on a weekly basis, folks, it actually got over the highs of the week of February 3rd, closed underneath them, and that's saying, okay, you get the shot that it can come back down to the 78. We'll see whether we get more than that, but the 78 is game, and so isn't.
And you're still not even above the February 3rd. You're the February 3rd. Well, when I take a look at the futures, I'm taking a look at 8:30.
No, you're right. You're not above. You're not above. And that's what's cool about that is that that's really subtle.
Yeah. Yes.
What happens with that one there, folks, and I was looking at it over the weekend, I said, this is about as subtle as you can get. You're still at the very top. You know what I mean? But you know what? It went over it, couldn't handle the price, closed underneath it, and there's no reason that it should have closed underneath it. I mean, the small caps you can push around big time. Those funds, when they come in, I mean, the small caps are liquid, folks, but for some reason these fund managers come in pretty hard.
Yeah.
And so they blow it down or blow it up in about 2 seconds, you know.
And no question that it is absolutely, continue for a long period of time here to just show its weakness.
Yeah.
I mean, for a long period of time. We're going back to even that February 3rd area.
Well,
got up there and it didn't like those highs.
No. And we know we got a weekly Gartley that took almost a year to set up.
Right.
And we got a daily butterfly.
Right.
Both of them are tigers, by the way, which is really hard to do.
Yes.
Tiger butterfly, tiger weekly Gartley, which is just, and particularly I believe, I mean, that's what coming into May. That'll take a year to get that set up.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So let's talk about the good old fraud stock, good old Groupon.
Oh my God,
Groupon it's pretty amazing. Groupon, they're still trying to hold up, but I mean that thing.
Does it say who the accounting firm was, who the auditors were on that? Because that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I know it is. It really is.
I mean, to when did the stock come out? I mean, it's only been out for a month or two.
Yeah, it came out in May, I believe.
Yeah.
Well,
no, that couldn't be May.
No, it wasn't May. Let's see.
I'll pull it up on the screen. But.
Market cap, shares outstanding, 642 million.
Yeah, I'll just pull it up.
Here it is right here. November 3rd. November 3rd.
It's absolutely
December,
amazing.
January, February, March, April. Not even 5 months.
Yeah. It is. It's absolutely amazing that they have material accounting issues.
I know. And what happens, folks, is that depending on how long you've been in the marketplace, as soon as you hear that, that doesn't happen once.
Yeah. Right.
The way it works, and this is the sick part about kind of the business, and they know the SEC, and they're going to, they'll end up signing something saying that they didn't do anything wrong, and they'll pay them millions of dollars. But what ends up happening is that first you get the bomb, then you get like 2 or 3 bombs after.
Yeah, right.
It's just so weird, man. I mean, it's like how does this work? I mean, whoever remember that bank robbery said, forget, going in with a gun, just going with a pencil.
Yeah. Right. I mean, absolutely. That's right.
And that was what, in the 1920s or 30s.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, now it's even more applicable.
Yeah.
The guys that are in the can from Enron, he's got to be bouncing off the wall saying, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Look what everyone's taking down billions of dollars, never mind millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Jesus. Seriously, right? And just so you understand, folks, if you roll back the Enron deal was all about off-balance.
That's right.
Sheet.
Partnerships.
Yeah.
Or what have you that they had.
And they're everywhere. Every fraud you look at has them. And no one's going to jail anymore.
Well, the banks got all kinds of off-balance sheets.
The banks are the ultimate. The banks got more money because they had so many off-balance sheets.
It must have been something, in the late 80s or 90s or mid-80s or what have you. Because when I was in school in accounting, they weren't teaching us about off-balance sheet transactions or partnerships.
No, listen.
There wasn't even anything out there. At least I must have slept through that class. If there was a class out there.
There's no doubt about it. The more that if you actually get your head wrapped around accounting and what the law is, folks, it'll absolutely blow your mind. You can't believe that you can actually do some things and they're sanctioned. Yeah. I mean, they're absolutely sanctioned. And people wonder why, some people operate certain companies in the way they do.
Right.
But that's good old Harvard Business School, and whether it's MIT, whether it's financial engineering.
It is.
Financial engineering. I like that. It's financial engineering.
That's right. You get a degree in FE. Financial. I like that.
No doubt, man.
Oh, that's cool.
No doubt. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you tigers and tigresses, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG. TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of investment newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakouts gains. Go to TFNN.com today, click Investment Newsletters, and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective and maximize your returns. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi folks, turns out my best student became my best teacher. Steve Rhodes absolutely raised my standards, and I'll guarantee he'll raise yours.
Thanks, Tom. What I've learned is that if you want more, you must become more, and that transformation, folks, that occurs the moment you decide to become a master. Now, the quickest way to mastery is through immersion, and for 2 solid days in Denver, Boston, and Tampa, I'll create a new standard of wealth for those few trader investors who have a burning desire to succeed. At my Master Trader course, I'll teach you how to create the ultimate money machine. These are the best-kept secrets in the business. Roadblocks, folks. Dabblers give up when they first appear. Stressors last just a little bit longer, but masters expect roadblocks and achieve extraordinary results when they bust right through them. I have all the benefit of knowing the type of wealth creation that I can generate for you. You don't. That's why I'm making this unconditional money-back guarantee. If for any reason you're not satisfied with my Master Trader course, I'll refund every penny. That's right. I take all the risk, and you get all the benefit. Go to the homepage at tfnn.com and sign up today.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, and we just came out of Home Depot, folks, and everything's green.
I love it. Oh, no, Dow just went red.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you, it's just absolutely amazing. So let's go over and we'll take a look at the SPY first. So SPY, what do we have out here? We're doing 33 million shares. You're up $1. You're up 34. What are we going? So you got 164 million. You got 125. That's some good volume right now for not even an hour, you know.
Right.
You know, we'll see if we can get follow through, but bottom line is that there is juice there. Oh, but it doesn't have it. Oh, I'm telling you, man. You know, I love it. It's not even close. So check this out. This is when there's a differential this dramatic, folks. Check this out. Right now, the SPY is going into 12.5 million, and on the biggest buy, you only did 7.3. The last buy, we did 5.6. No way, Jose! No way, Jose!
And you're going back to the bar from what, 3:50 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
You're looking at?
It's just, you know, if I've learned anything, the neat thing about doing so many day trades, folks, is that the correlation is the same as the daily, but when it's this whacked out, the probability goes up. It's like, hold it, no. This needs dramatically more, and particularly, we'll see. What I like to see is that it came back from being down, right?
Right.
And you got the juice up, so it got the price going, right? But when it comes into something like that, and it is like we're talking less than 50%, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. You know, so it's like, oh, I like that, man. But see, because what ends up happening, folks, is that on a counter trend bounce, you love it as close to the swing point as you can get. Because then that's your stop. And of course, when you have a fast acceleration like that, everyone thinks that, oh, no, it's going. It's like, okay, well. Now, what we almost had, you can see this correlation to AB. That looks like a 0.786 off of, what? Off the 27th, right?
Yeah, going back to the 27th.
Yeah.
It is, you know, so I would, so just...
But the A to B equals C to D is higher.
See, that's the problem.
No, I know that. I know that. Yeah.
And I wasn't going all the way to the bottom, but pretty close. So, you're at the 0.786.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense that would be a normal spot where all of a sudden you'd start to maybe, chug chug sideways.
Yeah.
And you know, it is over that B point. That's the problem. Even if you're up over it on light volume, which in this case here you're not. You're actually up over it with volume.
That's right. We would have liked to see the full extension. The full extension is over the highs, isn't it?
It takes you to 142, 141.89.
Yeah.
So it gets you right back up there.
Right.
You know, which would be, you know, that's obviously it would get you back up there, and then you'd have to revert back to the daily and take a look at what's going on up there too.
Right.
And the other issue you've got is the retracement really wasn't that deep on Friday. You know, when it did pull back, let's see here, it did, you know, only about a 0.50 probably.
With no
volume.
No juice.
Yeah. No, still, yes.
It hasn't a juice on the way up or the way back.
Yeah.
There's no, so it's show me. It's a show me deal.
Yeah, it is. And so, you know, it was interesting as I was taking a look at, let me just get rid of this one here. As I was taking a look at the Dow here, what was interesting is the candle from March 29th. And you know, I love my hammer candles.
Yeah.
And that's what it put in on March the 29th. You know, so it's going to, in order for the market, you know, when I take a look at the different indexes out there, there are some areas where it's going to give us a clear indication,
right?
You know, if the market really is going to be able to push down.
What was that on a weekly though?
Oh, on the weekly, let's see here. You know, I did a whole bunch of monthly candles.
That's the Dow, right?
Yeah, it's the Dow.
Yeah,
That's the Dow. And the Dow, when I went back and took a look at the Dow's only got 3 other hammer candles that it's put in since last May. And what I like to do is see what the patterns are, whether they work, whether they fail.
Weekly didn't do anything.
You know,
so there's I got a bar up there, so I'll put a candle up there. But that's still a nothing candle.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean a thing.
That's right. Yeah, that doesn't mean a thing, and I don't think the monthly meant anything. What was nice with the month ending was, you know, I go and I take a look at all of the monthly candles, bullish or bearish, that are out there, because because they really give you a real good longer term indication. You know, and what I like to do with those longer term indications is say, okay, this is a great sign. Then start digging into the weekly and the daily to find a nice trade setup.
Yes.
You know, going in whichever direction. That's right. You know, that it sets up, and that's always the beauty of the months that are coming to an end.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
So you know, so that the Dow, you know, the top line number, that thing's going to have to, you know, that's going to have to give it up on the daily basis. It's going to have to get below that hammer candle.
Yeah, and the Dow never tested its highs, you know.
Right. Yeah, that was also pretty well.
No, I know. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, all you Tigers and Tigresses, folks. Don't forget, come join Steve April 13th, 14th, right here in Tampa, Florida. Master Trader. All the details on the front page of TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Coming right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've always thought about trying out his newsletter, Market Insights. Well, now is the perfect time. For a limited time only, when you sign up for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights, we'll send you a free copy of Tom O'Brien's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. If you decide to cancel within the 2-week trial period, pay absolutely nothing, and keep Tom's book as a free gift from us. Tom sends out his daily newsletter each morning by 9:30 a.m. with trade recommendations, including price targets and price stops. As recently as March 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out a position for more than a 25% profit in just over 2 weeks. To get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights, along with your free copy of The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Supplies are limited for this one-of-a-kind special, so act today and don't let this opportunity pass you by. Offer only valid for new subscribers. In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a
a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
In the world of financial markets, there's a new player in town with an exciting new way to trade the markets. Nadex now offers binary options as well as bull spreads in a wide range of indices along with commodity and forex markets. With as little as $100, you can gain access to a new way to trade global financial markets while guaranteeing that your risk will always be capped. Nadex allows you to multiply your trading opportunities in ways never imagined before and access markets you once thought were out of reach. With short-term trading opportunities available, including binary options expiring each hour the market is open, Nadex allows you to take advantage of a variety of market conditions regardless of volatility or market direction. Now is the time to take advantage of this exciting new market. Don't let this trading opportunity pass you by. Open your account today by clicking on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Nadex, a better way to trade.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, come over to our website at TFNN.com. You're going to see right on the right-hand side that Nadex banner. Hit that banner. You can be out there test driving that platform right here, right now. We have the Dow down 6, NASDAQ up 6, S&P's, up 3. She's going to need more traction than this. Yeah. Now, if we go back over to the S&P's for a second, you can see she died right on the vine right there. And what's going to get interesting is that what happens, folks, when you die in the vine on a intraday basis is that as soon as you go back inside the 141 or 141.04, because you get that high volume low from Friday, she's going to go after it. Yeah, she'll go after it. So we'll see whether she's just going to thread water out here today for next few days for the money coming in, but it's going to be you're headed into tax season. Yes. April tax day, April 15th. So you do have, people are going to need some money, maybe. Interesting. Yeah. That is interesting. Yeah. Because when you file, even if you file the extension, you got to pay the break. You got the combination of if you're let's say you're IRA type driven or what have you. Right. You've got your contribution. Right. Whether you extend your returns or what have you. Right. So you've got to make those distributions in there. So that's why, like you were talking about on Friday, the early part of this week. Yes. You've got flows coming into the marketplace. Oh yeah. Which could easily push it up a little bit higher. And everybody's buying Apple. They're all buying Apple stock. I'm telling you, man. Hey, look at this. Do you see that Sino Forest? You talk about blowing up. Oh my God. And folks, what's amazing about this is that TRECN. If you take a look at it, this was the stock that Paulson got caught in. That's right. But then what's so cool is that he sold it. He sold every bit of it, right? Yeah. And thank God he did, because I'll tell you. So watch. If you put this up, okay. Now he certainly got hit. The
For
stock,
sure.
The stock went from $25 down to, I think he sold it at 7 or 8. Maybe he sold it at 6. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that it's going to be worth nothing now.
Yes.
So 6 times the millions of shares he had.
Yeah, because they filed for bankruptcy, right? On Friday. They come out after the close. Okay.
So that's it. I mean, it's all over.
Yeah. Well, what he did, which was good, was it's that principle: let your first mistake be your worst mistake. Yeah. And so he recognized that and got out.
In fact, I want to see here. Watch this. Let's see who bought. Who bought in?
Oh, okay.
Who bought in?
That's kind of interesting.
Because you'll get that as to who bought in. Oh man, look at that. This is pretty intense. Right from Boston, Babson Capital. They bought in.
The end of last year.
Oh no, that's not bad. No, that's not bad. They did buy in. They didn't sell out though. Here, let me do it this way. So if I do this way. So look at Paulson's. He's got to be elated now.
Yeah.
34 million shares.
Yeah, you figure June 17th. I don't know what the price was.
I will.
By that date. Could Yeah.
Okay. Now let me get.
Yeah, I'd say he's elated.
Oh my God! Now he's a winner. That's seriously, right?
No, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Richard Chandler. No, that's still what we're doing. Okay, here's the 2012s. Who's that? John Hancock. Oh, good luck. They got plenty of money anyway. They just bought 47,000 more shares. Capital. Oh no, that's. Well,
not too many.
No, they didn't have. They didn't have any. No one was buying. No one was buying in there. Thank God. Yeah, no one was buying in there.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is wild.
So
upside, downside. Mastercard's trading up $8 this morning. They're up 2%.
Yeah, now that was
any volume in there.
Well, that was all about they were down that
because of the
the breach.
Okay,
and that breach. So 1 million versus 200,000. Well,
global payments or something.
Yeah,
right?
That wants to test the high anyway. This is a larger ABC up though. Look what you have here. If we put this on a weekly, I believe that this launched everything. I'll put it on a monthly. On a monthly, it's going to pull back to monthly. Let's pull back to 320. This baby turns, folks. Get out of the way. That would be a normal retracement too.
Yes.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
You know what is really wild is that the folks. What we all have to be absolutely aware of is that how vulnerable we all are, really, of this online.
As far as
the credit cards and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what you may want to do, what I start doing, which I really dig in, is that particularly because whether it's paying the bills of the company or paying my own bills, right? Now, the first time it was by mistake, meaning that I turned around and I misplaced a credit card.
Yes.
So then I got rid of all of them.
Right.
And just send me new ones, right?
Right.
But then I realized, this is a good thing to do.
Yeah, just to do it periodically.
Just to change them out. Yeah, for sure. And so, because two different things end up happening, I forget who I gave it to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
And then it all starts clean again. But then after reading a couple of these things, I said, man, this is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Because if someone does get hold of it, you can get it back, but the bottom line is that sometimes it's a little brawl to get it back.
Yeah. Well, you think of all the digital stuff. I was up at school with my daughter for a Father's Weekend thing, and so we're speaking to some of the other dads, and so there's a number of them that still are using BlackBerries.
Okay.
And just simply because of the security issues.
Right.
From an email standpoint with inside the entities that they're at.
Yes.
So still from a corporate platform,
that's a better
they still can't
platform.
use an Apple.
Yeah.
They can't use the Apples.
They cannot.
They cannot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's because those enterprise servers, have a certain security inside them that is better.
That's
interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So and so in today's age with so much, it's so easy to just go ahead and do a paperless transaction.
It is.
To pay your bills or what have you.
I love it, man. I love paying. I mean, the reality is you like paying them all like that because then you don't have to think about it anymore.
Right.
They send you saying what day the bill's coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's a good deal. You save a lot of time.
But all your numbers are out there.
Exactly. You're letting a bill collector, whether it's the electric company, the gas company, coming into your account, taking it out. No, I know what you're saying, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know. I don't understand the security issue that Apple can't get around. You'd think with all the money that they've got, they would be able to just simply take care of those, those issues. And one of the cool things about Apple products, when I sent my kids off to college, because of all the training that I do, I still use a PC-oriented, not DOS, but Windows-oriented.
He just went back 50 years, folks.
That's right. Windows-oriented system.
DOS 1, 2, 3. I remember it. Yeah. I remember it, man.
I think when I first sent my son to school, I gave one of my old laptops, and then realized that they're downloading all this crazy stuff.
Right.
And playing all these games. And then all of a sudden you start dealing with all these virus problems. It doesn't matter whether it's Norton, whoever it might be, there's virus issues. That's the last thing that I needed to be dealing with. Well, when they all switched over to Apple products.
Right. No problem. I know. Angie has no problem.
And not a single problem that I've experienced up there, with the virus, which is really great.
It is
great. If you're a parent and you're sending your kids to school, trust me. Get them a Mac, an Apple, laptop. Because you don't want those hassles, and they don't want those hassles either when they've got to get their projects done or what have you, and all of a sudden they run into some type of virus issue. You don't want to be dealing with that.
No, you don't. Hey, you get any DOS printers?
Yeah, absolutely. Those dot matrix printers.
Oh man,
Epson dot matrix printers. They're bigger than the table in here.
I had big ones like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That and they cost me a fortune. I remember when I threw them all in the garbage too. It's like
the perforated paper that
totally.
Those things in there,
and the boxes that coming across. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah. It really is. It's like okay. We've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Printing from my phone, so that's which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So they can wireless printing from the phone. So we have come a long way. And we're not even just imagine what it's going to be like 10 years from now.
Well, when I was talking with David White on Friday, and the technology, the second part of the show on the Friday afternoon, folks, we have David on to give us a technology update.
Yes.
And we are in a time right now that absolutely seems to me like 94, 95, 96. I mean, there's an acceleration technology-wise, which is really cool.
Well, you take a look at just those the concept of those 3D printers.
Yeah, I know
that he talks about.
I know.
Is invested in that. That's really wild.
Yeah, and in that concept, folks, by the way, that 3D printer, I mean, it's like for $3,300. If you're any good at drafting, you can have a field day with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I can picture, my old high school. They'd be having them in there, doing it up, right? You never know. It's pretty wild, man.
Yeah. Well, that'd be instead of going to the wood shop and with the lathe and
totally, or the machine shop. That's right.
Make some cool cars or something.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, cars, big time. See the Detroit. You can see right from Detroit.
That's right.
See, it's in the DNA.
It is.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
That's pretty cool. No, that really is when you think about it. Right?
Hey, there's a great. I forget what. I was watching, but it's the CEO of Chrysler.
Okay.
Who came from?
Yes.
They did They did merge with Fiat.
I saw.
Did you see that?
That was outstanding.
Yeah.
That was outstanding because that's the second car company or third car company he saved.
Yeah.
Right?
He's intense.
Yeah, he is.
I mean that.
He wears a sweater. I know it's really cool. Thinking that. I mean, think about it.
He's really good at multitasking.
Yeah, that he actually got these people back to work again.
Yeah, and what is so cool is, because he's always recognizing what business he's in.
Yes.
And he was like, he can only afford one mistake, was what he was saying. One car mistake.
Wow.
There's right now they've got things in pretty good shape.
Okay.
But what that really means is all you can afford is one bomb of a car.
Wow.
Because
it's that expensive to get them up and going. No, I know.
Yeah, the whole thing. Between the marketing, the distributors, the dealerships, everything, the lines. You know, and so that you think about that because they're in the business where they have to continue to innovate and bring out new products, right?
Right.
And he's like, I can afford one mistake.
Wow.
2 mistakes and we're probably toast.
Well, the spread from going,
cool.
It's huge. The spread from losing money to making money in that business is unbelievable.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Here, let's look at this because you talk about a spread. Sirius Satellite, right?
Okay.
Sirius Satellite. I'm reading this morning, so there's going to be a bloodbath going on between John Malone, who owns Liberty. He has 40% preferred in this. He actually kept Sirius alive.
Okay.
And Mel Commerson, who used to head CBS, now he heads this. And Mel Commerson doesn't want a boss.
Okay.
So what's going on now is that Sirius Satellite went from a $400 million loss last year to a $400 million profit.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
That's
now. If you have Sirius, folks, you know it's dynamite. I mean, it's terrible. We're in the radio business, but the bottom line is in the car. I'm listening to this thing.
Well, yeah.
So
because you get to tune into whatever you want. And
right. And this stock does have strength. It's coming off bottoms. It has. I mean, it has it all.
Look, it wasn't too long ago. You go back in the 2009 timeframe, they were out of business. I mean, they were pennies. You were buying the stock for 10 cents.
It went down to 7, cents, and that's how Malone got into it.
Okay.
Malone invested in it. And now he had a standstill agreement that's up.
Okay.
So what he's trying to do, so check this out. So what he's trying to do, folks, you're not supposed to be able to have effective control of a company unless it's over 50%.
Right.
Well, there's another way of doing it. And he's going into the Federal Communications because what ends up happening is that they have a federal license, plus then they have to go into the SEC. But simultaneously he's going in and saying, listen, I want effective control because I have 40%, and I really have control because no one else can do it. So that'll take 2 or 3 years to fight it out. But him and Commerce are going to fight it out. But it's interesting. I was bringing that up in the aspect of how you can go from a huge loss to a huge gain.
Right.
And they have something that.
So what did it say? What were the reasons behind? I mean, advertisers, right? Because that's
subscription.
What
subscription.
Oh, subscriptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
23.5 million subscribers.
Okay.
That's big numbers.
Well, then that's good because then once you've got that base,
exactly.
As long as you don't blow something like Netflix,
right? Right. That's right.
Then you're in pretty good shape.
And what they have been doing, they probably figure it's all server-based, folks. So everything's server. At the beginning, it wasn't. They were paying Howard Stern, all these people, big money. They're not paying big money anymore.
Oh,
number one, no.
Okay.
And it's subscriber-based.
Okay.
Now the thing that's amazing. Listen to this. You want to hear a small world?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that was Mel's number 2 guy is a guy named Eric Logan, and I know him.
Okay.
I know him really well.
Okay.
Eric Logan ran CBS in Tampa, and when I come back, folks, I'm gonna explain to you what it takes to run a big company like that. And wait to hear it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really cool story. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. So we're coming right back. We get the Dow down 2, NASDAQ up 6, S&Ps are up 3.5. We're gonna be right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. But you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
Yeah, I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. So check this story out, folks. This is pretty cool. So Eric Logan is running CBS in Tampa, right? Happens to be a client of Angie's, okay? So they hook me up. I get down there and I'm talking with Eric.
Yes.
Well, what ends up happening is that the station that he has, folks, had the Bucks, okay? You know, Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
Now, it happens to get a huge football team anyway, right? The amount of advertising you have to sell is absolutely astronomical.
Yeah, I would think, yeah, for sure.
Now
just a payout,
it's huge. Now, picture this, folks. I saw this firsthand. So Eric is on one side of the desk. He's bringing me all through the studios down there. We're talking. Great guy. He's been in the business forever. He's maybe 47, 48 now. You know, younger guy.
Yes.
He said to me, he says, "Oh, man." I said, "So what's happening?" He says, "Oh, man, you wouldn't believe what's going on." His sales guys, right?
Yeah.
Didn't sell the advertising for the Bucks. They didn't come up with the deal.
Okay.
So picture this. He told me
they were short. They were short.
They were shot. They were shot by millions of dollars.
Okay.
Okay. He had to sell. Okay. He had to sell. He was going to get fired.
Yeah.
Okay. He told me flat out, if I don't, the way these work.
That's motivation.
The way this worked, right? He had to sell $4 million in a week.
Okay.
In a week. Okay. To get the deal done.
Yeah.
And by the time I got there for 11:30, right? He had already sold 1.8 million.
Okay.
And he said, "You just wait here for a second. I'm going to sell another million right now." Bottom line, in 2 days, folks, he sold it. Now, his guys didn't sell it, so he canned those guys, right?
Sure,
now, you're talking about you're talking about professionals, but bottom line, someone didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is so cool because this guy, he went from there and then Mel Karmazin, he got brought up under his wing anyway.
Okay.
So Mel brought him to Sirius Satellite.
Okay.
Get Sirius Satellite up and going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know where he is now? He's the president of Harpo, folks, with Oprah.
That's pretty cool.
Now, you know what's so cool? When I know why. See, what happens is this: you need in the entertainment business, he needs more than management skills. He, bottom line, is bringing in the big money, and to have that type of experience, isn't that amazing? Though,
no, for sure.
And I saw it happen, man, and it absolutely blew my mind. And you should have seen him. I mean, if you've ever had pressure like that, folks, and most of you've had, you know what it is. And he knew. I says, you've been doing this forever. He says, oh, Tom, he says, the way public companies go, man, I don't make those numbers. I'm done. There's no excuse here. Yeah. But isn't that cool?
No, for sure.
And I said to Angie, and I says, man, it's amazing. So what they just did with them now, folks, so check out what they did. Discovery and Oprah have been having problems, right?
Okay.
Because they're not selling enough.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, what they did,
for sure.
They brought in Eric. Eric was the president of Harpo. Bang! They brought him right over the other side too. So now he's going to be running that. He's running both deals now.
Oh, cool.
But he's running both deals because he's going to make sure that they get advertisers in, they can spend more money to push more market up. And then this morning they just made another deal with Comcast. So his name is not in there, but his name.
But you know he was behind.
No, his name's all over it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because growing up, he was telling me that growing up with Mel, okay. Mel is unbelievable. And so when you grow up with someone that's that experienced...
Yeah. So did he have to move up to New York? Is that where he
was in New York.
He was in New York.
Yeah, he was in New York. He was out of here,
now in Chicago
went up to New York.
Or,
you know what? I'm not sure where he is.
Yeah.
I know he's a little girl right now, got married.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure. I suspect it'd be Chicago because that's where Harpo is.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, the cool thing is that,
Well, look, the cool thing is this. It's like anybody that's successful. Once you've done it, they've got a science.
Yes,
so there's a science
he does.
behind it.
Whatever you got it.
You either give a science of achievement, that's what it is. And it's just about doing the same thing over and over again.
Exactly.
Which is with the patterns that exist in the market. That's what we like to teach people. And knows how to trade the patterns.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
I do.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, man. Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. He's going to be with you for 2 hours. We're going to be back here with David White and myself, 4 to 6. Don't forget about Steve's Master Trader, folks. We're talking Tampa, Florida, the 13th and 14th. We're talking Boston, Massachusetts, the 27th, 28th.
Have a great day, folks.